Not exactly the most pleasant spring weather today. It's only like 45 degrees or something with a light breeze, so it's pretty chilly. But this morning I noticed that there was a flock of turkeys where we planted our spring wheat. Even though I tried to scare them off a few times, they kept coming back. And the funny thing is we figured we might, likely have a problem with deer with our wheat, but didn't really think we'd have a problem with the turkeys. And I don't know if they're just down here picking around for like bugs and stuff in this bare dirt, or if they're actually eating some of the seed. Probably are, whatever they can find, and probably scratching around in it and all that. And the seed, some of the seed is up now, so them just being down here scratching around in it definitely is going to disturb our little seedlings. I don't really know what we're going to do about it because we don't really want to fence this in, although we've known that to grow wheat here we might have to. We may just try to do like some deterrents and stuff like that and see how that goes. Gotcha, are you taking me to the house? Where are we going? As I mentioned in my last video, my peas never came up, and I think there's an issue down here where I planted them that they probably just kind of drowned because this section down here kind of holds water. I'm gonna plant peas in this row here where I planted my first row of potatoes, and these are actually the potatoes that we had stored under our house as an experiment to see if they would survive the winter, and they did, except for the fact that it was a little too warm under there for that long of a storage time, and they grew these really long shoots off of them, sprouts off of them. All of those potatoes have leaves on them now and have greened up nice, and they look pretty good, but we'll see what kind of production I get out of them because I'm sure they spent a whole lot of their energy up growing those really long sprouts. It would be so amazing if I could actually grow some peas. I've never ever been successful at it before, which is kind of funny because peas are actually my favorite vegetable out of the entire garden, and it's the one thing I cannot seem to grow. Puppy, that is one serious hole you're digging there. The sun is actually trying to come out a little bit, which would be nice because hopefully it'll warm up some, and I have some other things I'd like to do in the garden today with mulching and stuff, but I'm gonna wait for the weather to warm up a little bit. And I have some more lettuce that I need to start hardening off to get ready to go in the garden, but I stuck it in a container with tomatoes and other stuff like that, so I need to get out of there, put it in another container, and then start getting that outside. Down. Yes, good girl. Glenn is doing some brush hogging, and while he's doing that, I think I'm going to work on mulching my onions, and it's actually supposed to freeze tonight, so this evening I'm gonna have to protect my lettuce from frost. I talked recently about our young cockerel, how there's a chicken that has been picking at his feet, picked all the feathers off. It's red and probably won't be long until it actually starts bleeding. And as with chickens, anytime they see red, they just think food. That's when you start getting cannibalism and stuff like that. And if you've watched our other videos, you know I've talked about issues with potential cannibalism with my pet rooster, that there was a chicken that was just about to eat him, apparently. And if I could ever identify the particular chicken or chickens that are doing it, I would get rid of them. I would call them, because cannibalism is definitely something you don't want in your flock. Some chickens are just kind of more prone to doing it than others. This little guy here, this young cockerel, I'm going to try spraying his feet where they've pecked at him with blue coat, and it's like an antiseptic, and it's also the color blue. The thinking is that coloring his feet blue instead of red, the chickens will peck at it less. There's kind of mixed opinions on whether blue coat works real well or not to prevent cannibalism, but a lot of people say it does. So I'm gonna give it a try, because other than doing something like this, the only other thing I can do is remove him from the flock. There's actually a little bit of a light breeze, and I'll warn you, this blue coat stains, so you don't want to get it on you. Guys, this is not food. I thought maybe I could just get him walking by and spray him, but it's not really possible. So either I'm gonna have to get Glenn to help me or get him off the roost tonight and do it. We were under a freeze watch this morning, but now we're under a freeze warning. But here, like our little microclimate on the side of like this mountainside, it's always colder here than the predicted temperatures. So if they say it's going to be 30 degrees, plan for like 28 or something like that. I have these little plastic bins I'm gonna use, and since it's gonna be like 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, I don't just wanna put hay on these or something like that, that'll blow off. And I wouldn't be so worried about these if they had been out here longer and if they were bigger plants. Is that a good rock? I also have these blueberries down here, and one of them is full of flowers. So I'm gonna cover it with a garbage bag. It was the only thing that I could come up with that I could actually secure. I think I pretty much got everything done out here that I need to do, other than coming back out and spraying that little cockerel's feet. And being that it's gonna get cold, it makes me start thinking about cold weather foods. And I know most people think of like soup and stew. I always think of my mom's meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Chickens are finally on the roost, but Glenn's still out mowing, so I'm gonna try to spray this cockerel by myself. Put on the junkiest clothes I can find. Hopefully I don't get it all over myself. Looks purple. Doesn't look very blue.